my why for that time, when I started working out with her, I had a wedding to attend in Cancun, and I knew I had to put a bikini on. That was my why.
Yeah.
Like, I have to do it. If there's no other reason, it wasn't to mentally help myself. It was like, I have to.
That was your reason, not your why. You have your
that's
why.
True.
That's your reason.
That's my reason for getting here, and the reason that I was going to do this. I was going to get here at 5:30 in the morning, as much as I hated it, and I hated it. And I whined, and I
she did.
I came in grumpy, but when I left, I was feeling great. But I could not imagine putting a bikini on the way that I felt inside.
Well, in those 4 weeks, you lost 6 inches.
6
right?
inches, 7 pounds, 6 inches,
Yeah.
and I cried. I cried when you, and then I'm like, I'm gonna keep doing this. I only planned to do the 5:30 in the morning until
the wedding.
Cancun,
Yeah.
until the wedding. And then
she's still here with me.
halfway through, I'm like, I'm gonna keep doing this because now I feel good, and I like getting up. I don't like getting up in the morning, but I like having that time in the morning before work to wake up, to start my day, and my days go better. Like, they're just.
That was my. I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Don't you feel so much better throughout your day?
Yes.
When I was living in Chicago, I couldn't find the time to work out. No, I'm gonna throw an excuse out there. I worked really long hours, but I had to get up at 3:30 in the morning just to be at the gym at 4, and then start work at 6 o'clock. Because if I knew if I didn't go, it wasn't gonna get done. Like after work, I'm done. I'm beat. Like sometimes I wouldn't be done work until 7, 8 o'clock at night, and I just want to go home and sleep. Right. But I knew if I went in the morning, I'm gonna have the energy to, run. Because that's what we did. We ran. We literally ran around the office.
and I'm still, and I know it's gonna wear me out, but I'm doing this because I need to fill my days, and not for two reasons. Like, I want to do this, but I fill my days now. So like, I come in at 5:30 in the morning to work out, and then I come back at 5:30 at night after work.
You get so much done too, though.
Oh, sometimes, yeah, but yeah. So I'm trying. And I'm happier. I really am. I'm exhausted. But I'm happier. Yeah.
I have 4 o'clock clients, and I remember coming in. I remember I begged you. I'm like, Janet, please open at 4 o'clock. That's the only time.
I'm like, 4 o'clock in the morning? Are you serious?
It's the only
Who works out at 4
time.
o'clock in the morning?
It's the only time I get to work out for myself. Please open. And then she finally did. And then I was seeing like 5 o'clock, 5:30 clients, and they're like, you know what? You're open at 4. Let me start getting in early. Now you have how many people coming in at 4 o'clock? It amazes me sometimes. Like, holy crap, people are.
And people are so thankful and people are so thankful because they get that morning workout.
Yeah.
And, if I could stay open have a 24-hour access, I would do it. I really would, because I know I know how hard it is.
Yeah.
I do, but I can't do it.
We have something else to talk about, right?
Yeah. I don't know what else.
When we got into the why, it's more like, how do you get started? I want to start working out. How do you get started? You find your why, develop a plan. Feeling embarrassed. Where do I find the time? Somebody had asked, what do you eat? What do you eat? Come on. Do I even ask?
Chicken.
No, let's not get boring.
It's a struggle. It's a struggle.
The food part is the hardest part, right?
Figuring out what to eat is the hard part. Like,
what's gonna eventually, like, it all takes. My kids are go from their dad's house to my house and back and forth, and my youngest is always like, all you have at home is protein, Mom. Right. Like, do you even know what you're saying? But then asks for protein balls later on. And they're starting to choose the healthier options of things instead of.
Because you're doing what Brian was doing in a different way. Like,
hey, this is what you're going to eat. Right. This is so much better. Yes. And they don't have to eat so much of the crap to fill them up. They eat a small portion of the healthy stuff, and they're full. Right. And they feel good.
And there are healthy snack options out there.
We'll find them all. I mean, how many bars have we gone through? Like,
exactly.
Like
milk protein bars.
Right. It's just figuring out how many calories you need, or I don't do meal planning because one, I'm not a nutritionist, but I will go over your macros with you. I will do all that to figure out.
Macros is a scary word. Like, I didn't understand.
When I said it.
No, when you first said it, I'm like, when we first talked about macros, I'm like, I don't even understand it. Like,
yeah.
And when Brian was really good with nutrition and always ate very healthy, but he never called it macros. I didn't realize that macros is just watching what you eat, basically.
Yeah. Your
the combination
fats,
of
carbs and protein.
Right.
How many grams a day are you getting in? And I'll tell my clients. I mean, I don't want you to. Not that I don't want you to have a strict diet, but I want you to be happy with your diet. As long as it fits in your macros, then I'm okay. Eventually, you're going to be like, oh, I really don't want that pizza because it just doesn't make me feel good afterwards. You're making a conscious, healthy decision. Right. But, I mean, you can...
So explain what macros are a little bit, because, like I said, it's a scary word. And
so maybe I should
so simplify it, because so many people, before I knew what macros were, I'm like, I'm not doing that. So it's really not that hard.
So
it's really not
macronutrients, right? So you're talking about your proteins. How much protein do you get in a day? How many grams of carbs are you eating, and fats?
And you need the fats. I didn't understand that. You need the fats, but they have to be good fats.
Yeah, but then you have, you don't want to get this confused with, the keto diet either.
Right.
You know what the keto diet is, right?
Yeah.
Somebody was talking about that. John was here. He was on his YouTube channel the other day, and somebody had asked him. I had to inform John about the keto diet. It's all proteins and fats, which,
And no carbs, zero.
Yeah.
But you need carbs. I mean, good carbs.
Well, up to 20 grams of net carbs or whatever. So I'm not about to go into all this.
Right,
this is a whole thing. But you need your good carbs, yes. Your protein. The women that I've worked with, I've noticed they don't eat enough protein. I mean,
it's hard to get it in. It really is. Yeah.
I give you when I give you your macro numbers, right? And I also give you an app.
So that's important. Like if you want to lose weight, you kind of need to know the combination of the food that you need to eat in order to make it work.
I think I'll start
so that's what
saying, hey, put all your information in, what are you eating for the next 3 days or something, and eat normally like normally would. Put it in there so that you can see. Holy crap!
Wow! Yes.
I mean, how many times do you guys go over your carbs or your fats? Not just you, me too. When I first started, I was like, holy crap, that's maybe I should cut off the cheese a little bit, or I don't need this much of whatever.
So when I first started counting macros, you gave me an app. You gave me an app, and I was trying to reach my fat. I don't know if it was fat content or carbs. I was trying to reach the carbs, trying to get it all. I was doing one grape at a time.
How many till I reach my goal today?
Exactly, and I got that right on. I was just barely over the carb content or something. And it's one grape at a time.
It's hard for you guys. I don't, like I said, I don't do the meal planning, so it's hard for me to tell you, do this many ounces of protein for your, breakfast, lunch, dinner, this many carbs.
And how many people have a scale?
I didn't have a scale for the longest time. I just kind of
I don't have one.
Eyeballed it and hopefully this works.
Right.
But it doesn't work like that. If you're really looking to reach your goals on, at a certain point, then that's when you kind of really need to focus and meal prep.
Yeah. The gym is Brian used to do that for me. It was really very easy.
I hate cooking. My husband will tell you, and
I don't cook, and now I have to cook for one person.
Yeah.
So it's not.
I feel like that's even harder.
It is. It really is. So, I mean, I started. We won't even do that.
But it's nice to have, because
it is.
When you have those meals already, prepped. Wow, why didn't I even have those meals already prepped? You've got them.
Pop it in the microwave
right. So you come home from a long day, you're like, I'm starving. So now you're not munching on chips.
Exactly.
Which shouldn't be in your house.
Right there, and it's ready.
Yeah. Take it out of the refrigerator, pop it in the microwave. A minute, 2 minutes, and you're all set.
Take a little time on a Sunday, get it all ready for the week.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be boring. Spice it up. There's so many
there's salmon and chicken
so many
and
things
then,
you can make with all that.
Yeah.
You just have to start reading labels and know what you're putting into your body.
Right.
Eventually, it'll come easy. Still doesn't come very easy for me. I hate meal prepping. Gosh, I hate it.
Yeah.
But I do it. Actually, okay, so my husband cooks, and then I just take his food and I prep it.
See, that's the Brian used to cook for me. So
I'm like,
yeah.
oh, I'll measure this out. Don't worry. He gets whatever's left.
Yes, exactly.
What else do we have to talk about?
I don't know. There was somebody said something.
Oh yeah.
The internet, the website, Facebook groups that we're in. One of the questions was, where do I even start? And I was actually on one of the Facebook groups, and somebody said, if you don't, this is somebody else's words, but I loved it, so I wrote it down. If you don't know where to start, it's okay. Try to find a gym partner. That's huge. Like, find somebody who's going to hold you accountable, and if you have to meet somebody at the gym, you're going to get there, because it's almost like an appointment. So find a partner. If you can't, then try some exposure therapy. Now, I never thought about this, but go for a little bit at a time. If you're scared to be in the gym, first talk to somebody, but come in, try one thing, and then leave. Like, just come for a few minutes. Maybe 10 minutes on the treadmill the first day. Try to be there a little bit longer every day. Eventually, maybe try to make it a point to do at least one new machine a day, just to try it. It'll get better, I promise. It's the best decision you'll ever make. So I thought that was a really good thing for someone.
I've never even thought about that.
Right, just come in for 10 minutes, try it, see if you like it.
And it's uncomfortable. And
it is. It really is.
Everything, something new is always going to be uncomfortable. But if you want to see a change, you have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Right?
Exactly. Yep.
And I don't think you get that until you actually have to do it.
That's true. It is true.
Like, people can say these things, right? We were talking about that.
Yeah.
You can say these things over and over, and until you actually have to go through it, then you're like, oh, all right, that makes sense.
And that's another thing. There are Facebook groups. Like, if you're on Facebook, there are Facebook groups where if you're embarrassed to ask a question, ask on that group. Nobody knows you. Like, it's a national group. You can ask a question.
The one that we're in is
women who
lift weights, and they're out of Canada. Right. And you'll see me with their big pink black logo, whatever. I love them. I love that group. That is, I've gone on there, posted a video and said, hey, critique me when I first started.
There's all kinds of people that post all the time. Hey, I'm doing this. Will you please watch my form? Am I doing
just
this
started.
Right? Yeah.
I just started to, I'm a competitor.
Right. And somebody asked, where do I even start? I'm so lost. I don't even know where to start. And people get on there, and there's trainers on there like you. Mm-hmm. There's nutritionists on there, and
there's no bashing.
There's no bashing. Everybody's supportive of each other, and you can anonymously ask a question and get an answer. Or you can just read the answers, and you might get answers to your questions. So,
I feel like that's my favorite group.
Mine too. Yeah.
I really like that group. And then
I'm in another one that's like.
I'm not very good with the whole social media. I'm not
right. Fitness over 40 or something. I'm in that group too, but I think.
Oh, I haven't hit 40 yet. So.
Yeah.
I'll
way past that.
Oh, age. Let's talk about age.
Yeah.
Fitness and age, and you don't have to. You don't have to be young to start off. You can start anywhere. No. My oldest client is 58.
And she's deadlifting.
And squatting 115 pounds. Her deadlift, she hit 135, I think it was. I don't know if we've gone up. I can't remember. But
she just started.
She did 3 months ago. Yeah. She was like, I never knew that I could be this strong. She had shoulder issues. She's like, we're I think pressing 5-pound dumbbells, and now she's up to 15. And it's, she was hurt. And we worked on it, and she sees Doc for chiropractor, and Doc's like, you've gotten so much stronger, I can tell.
That was another thing. Doc, I had to go see the chiropractor, see Doc, a couple months ago, and he's like, you haven't been here for 3 years. I said, I said, I've been working out for 3 years. I haven't had to go because I've been working out and my back's so much stronger than it was. I have curvature, terrible. And I always had back issues. But since I've been working out, it's stronger and it doesn't hurt like
Here I
it
am
used to.
slouched.
I know, me
Make
too.
me want to like
Me too.
sit up nice and tall.
And bringing up age, we have a member, I won't say her name, but she's in her 70s.
Yeah.
And she gets on the Bosie ball and squats with a barbell.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Holy cow. I've not seen that. I want to see her.
She does it all the time. And she'll get on that Jacob's ladder and she'll do a half hour on Jacob's ladder.
I can last like
she's in her 70s.
2 minutes on
She's
that.
awesome. I love her.
So much better than me.
I
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yes.
Oh man, that's amazing.
Brian
You-
gave
you
her
don't
a
have to-
cake for her gymversary.
Yeah, you don't,
Yes.
and you don't have to. You don't have to be in your teenage years just to start out. You can start at any age, really, and you're gonna feel younger. I promise you that.
Yep. And we talked about this before we started filming. I love our gym. I want you to come to our gym, but it doesn't matter where you work out. Just get active. Find your place. Find where you're comfortable, and just go and try. And if you choose my gym, I love you for it. If you don't, if you're not comfortable here, find your place. Find your place, whether
No
it's
hard
at your
feelings.
house, right? Exactly. Whether it's your own house, the Y, the other gyms here in town, outside, being active outside. Just do it. Just because it's mentally it helps, physically it helps, and it's a big deal. A big deal. And you can try our gym for free. So come in. You can try it for a day for free, and our trainers are always willing to help too. So I did want to get the Edge plug in here, but find your place wherever it is.